My name's Katie Upton. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Kent and I've been awarded the 2011 Alumni Scholarship. I'm carrying my research out in Pacayos-Miriam National Reserve in Peru and I'm surveying all of the amphibian species out there. I'm looking at the flooding levels and the impacts on the amphibians. I'm also looking at whether there are good indicator species within this habitat. And I'm also looking at temporary habitats within the main habitat. Several of them have never really been studied before, such as the floating meadows. In 2012, I spent 6 months out in the Pacayos-Miriam Reserve. This time we found 5 new species which have never been recorded in the reserve before, so that's really, really important. We also got the opportunity to study the floating meadows, which is becoming quite a main part of my project. In this habitat you find a lot of tree frogs, which you don't normally see. They're usually up in the canopy. So it offers a really good opportunity to study them and see why this habitat is important for them. Because there was a 6-month period, I was able to study the effects of the flooding on the frogs. So I could see which species occur at certain times of the year. Longer term data sets are really important to have because you can compare from one year to the next, especially with amphibians which change very rapidly, like the species assemblages and the number of individuals change very quickly because they reproduce so fast. So it's really important to have long-term studies to see how they react from year to year. Since starting my PhD, I've been able to do an awful lot. Firstly, I managed to do my 6-month fieldwork out in Peru. I was also able to attend the World Herpetological Congress out in Canada, where I was able to give a poster presentation, and I made some really vital contacts from that who I'm hoping to do some further work with. As part of my alumni scholarship, I've given quite a few presentations and helped them out as much as possible, which has been really good for me and given me a really good opportunity to talk about my research with lots of people. And I've got my blog out there. A lot of people have been able to see my blog and see what I've been doing through the scholarship. Climate change is obviously having an effect on the weather. And in Peru, the flooding levels have become a lot more extreme from one year to the next. This year was the highest recorded flooding on record. We know this is impacting the people a lot. We don't know what effects it's having on the terrestrial mammals, the other animals there. Frogs are quite a good indicator species because they change so quickly in relation to their environment. We can see what's happening to them and then relate this back to the other animals. My research is really important for amphibians on a global scale because they're declining everywhere around the world, and so any kind of research we do on their ecology and what's happening to them in different sites can be easily related together, get an idea of what we can actually do to help them.